Okay, we're back. I made good progress with a few things. Just been tweaking and changing, and Banu's been on support helping me fix a couple of things on the site, just understanding the layout a bit better. I'm sure they've got like help articles. I'm sure he's working on those coming, but his support is obviously he's on it, telling you everything you need to be doing. And I'm sure they're putting all that into help desk. So look, we've had 3 visitors. The stats on here are actually beautiful. If you have this site, the analytics that comes through are just straightforward, just hits you straight with the page views and the unique visitors you're getting. Let this load up a second, and you get a little map as well. Obviously it looks much better than this. Let me scroll up a bit. So look, we've got this coming through, just views, visitors, time on site, and things like that, and locations and pages that people are landing on. So I've been configuring a few things. Let's go to the site itself. I renamed the page inside Notion, and renaming that in Notion changed the slug of the page, which then killed the site. It says page not found because it's looking for /home, but when it should have been, or it's looking for top ecom when it should have been /home. So I had to figure that out. I realized I got into chat and asked him, and he told me always add a slug. So I'll show that in a moment. Let me just look at this first. So I've got to add images. I've been testing putting cover images. So this is how a cover image looks on the blog. You can see how my lessons pages are. This video will load. Inside of Notion, I've just added this as a cover in Notion, and that then pulls through onto the blog site. These don't look great on the image that I've made is too small, so you can see it's trying to compress them, make them big. So I need to make new images for every blog post. I might do that. If I do that, that'll probably just be another video. I'll show how I've been making them. I think we're using the Bird app for that actually, but I might end up doing something in Canva a little bit different, just so they're bigger on scale and then they reduce smaller and look better on the screen. So you can see how they look there. Anyway, it pulls them through, and if you could imagine it done for all the other ones, it would look much tidier. You can have featured posts at the top as well of that, and I'll probably tag these based off the videos on here. I'm going to put showing you how I built this site, but then I'm going to probably be adding more swipes from the ecom stores that I'm pulling in. So let's go back into pages in Notion, and then I can jump. Banu's messaging me a couple of things here, which is brilliant. Support is awesome. Inside here in the pages, you've got to make sure you have the slugs. So the slugs are like what WordPress use. They are the /URL part of the site. So if I click on pages, when I renamed a page in here, that is what, when I renamed, this was home. If you remember seeing from one of the other videos, it said home, and then I renamed it top ecom, but I didn't, because the slug here name changed. That's what killed the site. So I had to then put in home for that one. That page, not sure what that page is, need to double check that. But if you go to pages here, you can also see you've got your slug for that page. You can see it shows you there. The other thing, if you're building navigations, you've got to make sure, so for me, when I wanted to add the blog into the navigation, you see I've got up here. I've done that by going into navigations and then setting up the pages and choosing generated pages from Notion. So if you go down to here, you can see it says generated pages. When you're adding a new link, the blog and content within the site is generated pages. Okay, that's what that is. Banu helped me that, so that was cool. I had to ask him about that one. You can see you can link to authors. You can, if you have loads of authors, you can link those in navigation, which is easily done. Also Notion tags. So if you remember from my Notion database, for the Feather database, even in Notion, it has tags here. Once you start adding tags, those can be pages that you can also link to within your site. So if we go to tags, I'm not going to add this link in here because I don't need it. If we go to tags here, you can see this one is called news, and the slug is news. That means this is actually a link. So if I was to copy that, and I can drop that on the end of this URL here, which is news, that will show any posts that are tagged with news. So that's how these URLs and these tags are working. I don't have anything in there, but you can see there's an example. I don't have any post tags with that. So next thing I'm going to do is do the about page and start sharing the original template that I had from Notion, which is the Shopify stores, and where I got it from, and give credit to the person who made the list. And then I'm going to put on my Notion file where I've been adding all my swipes to it and adding all new e-commerce sites into the original Notion template. So that's going to go on the About page, so when people land on it, they can see what this site is about and who it's for. Banu's messaging me loads of stuff here with some DNS stuff. But yeah, so you see we're building it slowly. We've got the main stuff up is there. There's a way I can pull in, using an external page, I can bring in my own sort of hero sections and call to action sections, which I can use for my own email forms. If I've got ConvertKit, I can embed those into an HTML form and then pull them from a GitHub repo. So that will require another video. If people want to know that, I'll definitely make a video on that one. But we have this option to have like hero sections and call to actions using these hero block here and Cta blocks. So they allow you to put in forms. This at the moment, you can see at the bottom, it says join my email newsletter. So that just goes through to settings and then email forms. So people will be added into there. No one's joined yet, which is, I haven't really shouted about it yet. Have to get some people in. You can see it goes into here, email newsletter. So I'm still publishing all these videos. I'll be putting them on the site. I'm going to give it a break there for a bit. I might come back and do a little bit more tonight, a little bit of tweaking, and then I can give you a video showing you any updates that I'm doing. I want to get the Notion template done and out for people who can get access to that for free. Hopefully that will drive a lot of traffic back to that page. So that's my idea of to do that first. And then I'll come back and show you just how I'm then going to keep going and updating that site on here, or updating that page on here, and then updating my own version. There's also a few other things inside Feather that you can do to customize the font styles of your pages. So at the moment, this is a default Notion page. So the page that I've got over here in Notion, I'm not going to click on it because it's been going really slow. But the page, I'll try. Okay, the home page that I have is the default, layout and default font. So you can do that by adding in code and CSS and styling. I know CSS, I'm pretty familiar with it. I can sit and customize the site, but I'm probably not going to do that because it just takes too much time. I know Feather are working on design stuff later on, but this site is really going to be a resource. I'm not trying to focus on the design and not using it to build landing pages and all that kind of stuff. I just really want to have it as a resource, have my Notion templates up there where people can access it and they can access the swipe stuff from all the different e-com sites that I'm swiping. One thing I am going to do is build another tally form so that I can, also people can submit their submit any new e-com sites they have, and I can go and swipe them and see what, how they're doing their marketing. The idea of this is actually really to help other e-com store owners with their own sites and get swipe files for landing pages and email list building stuff that they're doing on their Shopify sites. Anyway, that's it for now. Take a break. I'll be adding more to this thread always as I'm building stuff, so you can follow along, bookmark it, and I'll be getting updates there. Bye for now.